Still plenty of sand here at our local beaches, which is a plus.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people don't spend time on the sand because it's been so hot. They are neck deep in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Right? I mean, you got to get neck deep to avoid the triple-digit heat in some cases. I mean, it is hot out here across San Diego County. We're working with another day of record-breaking heat was what we saw yesterday, for the day at least. These are your daily records. As we go into today and tomorrow, we're going to hang on to the heat. We'll start to see a little bit of relief in sight as we head toward tomorrow evening, and then especially toward your weekend. Saturday and Sunday, a lot of relief. Here's what we see outside: a little bit of patchy cloud cover. Clouds are starting to move in from mainly the southeast. As we go into the afternoon, though, we're starting to see a lot of activity ramp up. Clouds are going to increase in their intensity. We're going to start to see wave height increase. This is all associated with the transition from a ridge of high pressure bringing this excessive heat. That's the cause of the excessive heat warning as we transition toward Hurricane K arriving. Now, it's going to be a post-tropical cyclone. By the time it gets to San Diego County, it will veer off to the west, so it makes no landfall across the California coast or really any coast at all, but it is now just running parallel to the Baja Peninsula and continuing to track north. Aerial flood watch in anticipation for plenty of wet weather. We'll get the residual showers. That's the green on the screen. Beach hazard statement due to elevated wave height, and then a tropical storm warning down south across the Mexico coastline. So let's run through where Hurricane K is at right now. Category 1 storm, going to be a tropical storm, so deteriorating as we head through the next 24 hours. A post-tropical cyclone by the time we get to Saturday, and then really veering off west, just kind of making that circular motion off of the Baja coastline as we head into early next week. So what we see in terms of the expectation of wet weather, well, that's going to be the first thing that starts to really make its appearance known. But primarily ahead of that rain is going to be wind. We're going to have easterly winds, strong easterly winds, especially over the mountains. Some models putting us in the 60 to 70 mile per hour range for those mountaintops, but otherwise rain is going to be the main factor that we consider going into the afternoon hours for Friday as well as into Saturday. So we see clouds build tonight into early tomorrow. By the time we get to about 9 a.m. tomorrow, we'll see those showers build across the mountains and deserts primarily, and then we'll go all the way through your Friday evening where you see the bulk of activity taking place. That's where very few spots are going to be spared in this rain event that takes place from Friday into Saturday. As far as your rain totals go, we're looking at a pretty decent amount of accumulating rain. Mountains and deserts by far the most, 2 to 4 inches. But along the coastline, we're expecting about half an inch to an inch for the most part. That's what most of our models do give us from the coastline through your inland valleys. Today, heat remains. We're looking at 80s along the coast, 90s inland, a high of 97 today in Escondido, 95 in Poway, and 90 in downtown. Going through the next several days, as Hurricane K arrives, it'll bring that wet weather and the cooler temperatures, but then dry conditions prevail into next week. Cooler temperatures remain. We'll stick with those 70s along the coast, 80s inland, plenty of sunshine into next week. But look at those deserts down to the double digits, much cooler going through next week. Back to you.